Hello, welcome to another review. I haven't been doing these for the last couple of weeks as I've been on holiday, and it might have been best to do those ones because this one, bruh, oh man, so hard to watch for the last 60 minutes, bruh. Don't really want to go through this, but hey, you know what it is. We'll go through it. We'll watch the game, and we'll just break things down as we see it, eh? But this is a 4-minute highlight, so good. I don't want to watch the whole game again. Maybe just the first 20. Let's go.
Round 15 underway here at Mount Smart Stadium. Thank you for joining us, wherever you're watching. Jackson forward with the first hit up. Just a second, in fact. Now Martin, a short ball to Pompey. Looks good.
Well, it was a good start, eh? It was a really good start last night. Let's just go back a bit. Okay, so this is the kickoff.
Jackson forward with the first hit up.
So what we had here, Addin playing the ball. We had Wade, and then we just had a simple Mitch Barnett running into the line. Pop out to Mighty Martin. And hey, just want to say, there was a lot of people thinking that he should stay on the right-hand side. Mighty's shown that he can play both sides, okay? He was on his left-hand side, and he actually had a wonderful game, I thought. But look at this. Looked out to the back. Pompey ran a good line and just stayed strong. Nice, look at that. Give it to Pompey. Obviously, momentum helped him, but ran a good line, and that was a great try. So I actually thought we were gonna off to an amazing start. This is gonna be mean, but still had a bit of trauma because we've seen us drop off after the 20th minute, and I can't believe it actually happened again. But we'll wait for that.
Looks good for Adam Pompey.
That was a good try.
Oh, just beautiful.
Pompey's been playing really mean at that centre.
Show and go.
Well, I saw some defensive laps actually, which we'll get into.
Yep,
Sheesh.
the penalty coming here for the Warriors. That was a nasty one.
8-0.
Oh,
What a pass. So let's just go back and break that down. Not really much to break down. Again, just hitting short side. We've only got 3 defenders over there. And again, this is probably, with Pompey going through on the last one, it attracted Meany to actually kind of compress on him. So again, when things start working, it's a not self-fulfilling prophecy, but obviously it means the defensive either overreact to a lot of things or don't react and we go straight through. So Meany had to react to this a lot more than he did previously, as we saw, which meant Charnze just had to take on, was it Edomai? I can't see, but pixelated, which he did, but instead of it going to a normal pass, he chucked it out the back, which was a pretty cool pass, wasn't it? Montoya straight in there. Okay, so again, when we're humming, we look so good. Like it's. I gotta probably stop doing this, but it feels like how are we gonna get beaten if we keep playing like this? But we have shown many times this year that we have to get over this 20-minute mark hump, which is coming up really soon.
That's Marcelo Montoya scoring another 4-pointer.
Refuses to just pass conventionally. He throws it out the
Well
back
worked,
door,
short
and the
side play.
hands from Marcelo Montoya. We'll have a look here. Back door, catches it well. He gets nice and low. He scores.
Good individual effort by Charnze. Yep.
The grunt is huge. Kicks for Katoa. Oh, he's pitched it. Katoa.
Now this one, it was a tough one because I thought Pompey did everything right there. Obviously, went up for the ball. He got the ball, but just good individual recognizing with Katoa, just recognizing that, hey, I got the ball. It's only me holding on to him. Take that ball. And I don't think Pompey could have done much. So if anyone out there is blaming Pompey for that, maybe he could have spun quickly, but he landed right into Katoa's arms, and Katoa was smart there. So it is what it is.
To put the ball down when his team needed it most. They've been under the pump down the other side of the field. You see Pompey climbing nice and high. Ali was actually waiting underneath him. Comes through his grasp.
Smart.
And Blurry, he scores one for his
an
side.
opportunity right there.
Hughes kicking for Coates. Coates steps it back. Oh, it's another try in the corner.
That second bomb, eh? So I think, and I'm pretty positive that the stats are going to show that our kick defusals weren't great on this game, and that's been a reoccurring theme. And I don't know if to be true, but I think it's a reoccurring theme of every game where we've dropped off around the 20th minute mark is because of these mistakes. Not just the bombs, there's other mistakes that happen, but especially this on our try line, they're attacking us and we dropping it or getting out contested, as we did on this one. That's actually where the roll on for the other team starts happening, and you can't do it against the Storm. So if we just go back a bit, again, just Jerome Hughes putting it into the corner. But what I love about this in comparison to us sometimes is that he's putting it into a position where they can contest it. And when you've got someone like Coates in the corner, you know, he can get up. Obviously he did, tapped it back. Is that Anderson? Straight on the corner, right?
Hughes just puts the ball on a string, drops it on the dime. Pass back is there.
You know, to be honest, we're getting beaten by our mistakes, but they're forcing us into that. So I don't know how you want to read into that. They play into their strengths, and we're just not being able to manage it.
And the finish in the corner.
Grant with the fake. Here's Hughes on the short side. Beautiful ball. And it's another score.
Now this one, we have to
there. And the finish in the corner.
So we've got Grant with the fakie, dummy half.
Grant.
Katoa, obviously he's out of play because he's just standing there. So the boys are shifting over. Now how we got our lineup running? So we've got Tohu coming over. We had the ability to man up here. So Tohu was coming. Pompey could have potentially released a little bit early to Mighty, but you know, Hughes is kind of obviously aiming for him to create the overlap. But Montoya, so yeah, personally, and this is just the way that I would run this, I think that you have to tell someone like Timaiti to release. So instead of him focusing on Hughes, and people are going to be like, yeah, but you know, Tohu might not have got there. But I think with the numbers as they are, if they released a little bit earlier, you wouldn't have to see Pompey being so tight on, I think it's Meany running this line. Because Meany, you know, Meany's fast, but he ain't strong. Timaiti Martin could definitely take that assignment. Then you would have had Pompey being able to go out. Then you would have had Montoya to be able to stay out. But this crunch defense where you've got Montoya having to make a decision, which obviously he makes the wrong one here because Hughes throws it out.
Hughes on the short side.
You get this. And I feel like they could have released a bit early. So that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with my opinion. But the numbers show that we had the numbers there. Uni and Meany running that line. I think the boys could have cleaned this up.
And it's another score indeed. Yeremia is in.
Coming down that short side.
So look at this. Tohu's there. And I know it's Jerome Hughes, but you got Charnze coming. I just think we need a release early on these to give ourselves an opportunity, because even if Falonga got it, which, you know, Montoya could have squeezed on him. Well, he was trying to squeeze on him. He's quick himself, but then we would have someone like Pompey inside him.
You see Grant here, looks open, comes back blind. Huge.
It's a beautiful pass. Timing. So again, beautiful by what Storm did.
Looking good shape there, Hughes. Oh, straight through. Ali Katoa. Player on this outside. It's Nick Meany. Nick Meany. Another try for Mill.
It's a long distance try, man. They felt like the floodgates opened from here, eh? So let's just go back to the start. So we've got Falonga passing from dummy, Loyero passing it to Hughes, and then we are quite outnumbered here. So you've got Meany popping out the back. Oh no, we're not. We are again
looking good
numbers. So we've got, see, the beautiful thing that Storm have got here, which with them running lines, is Barnett's out of the line. So Timaiti would have to crunch in, but then Pompey didn't crunch. He was watching Meany out the back. And see, this should have happened in the last play, where they should have went out to the back. But instead, they did it opposite. And what happened? Katoa ran through. And again, for me, see, a stronger second row, you have to crunch on that. Because even if you are there, you know, able to spot up tackle, he's strong enough to at least get his hands free, which then these other guys can kind of pile through. But again, these are all split decisions. but I do think you have to recognise who's actually running those lines, which in this case, Katoa's running the line, you take him. But if Meany's running the other line, your half can snap his legs.
Oh, straight through! Ali Katoa! Player on his outside, it's Nick Meany! Nick Meany! Another try for Melbourne! And they are on fire right now! Nicoll-Klokstad.
Now we got Barnett, and this was just a strong individual effort. Obviously came off the back of some momentum we were able to achieve an attack. But just recognition, right? Saw Meany, Katoa was in a position and just ran to that line. Now this was controversial, not just with the play, you know, that made sense when you're on review. It looked like Tavanga did knock it on, but I can't understand why Inmai went off. Wait, let's just go back.
There comes that blue wall again.
He got done for a head knock, which it looked like he got stuck in there and got contact by Tavanga, so fair enough. But how do we get a penalty against us and Fa'alongo doesn't go for an HIA if it was a clear shot on his head? That wasn't a clear shot. That was just looked like it got in the way. Personally, and potentially they both should have gone off, but just some weird stuff that I don't think was consistent last night. And not to fully blame the ref, I think the Warriors did it to themselves last night, but just some calls very questionable in terms of some of the rulings last night.
Oh, Tavanga! Tavanga! Has he got there, Tavanga? This is going to be a big call here.
I think there's going to be
definitely a no try.
There's no stripping action, however, there was a double knock on in the contest. Decision made.
Hughes cooking something up here.
This was just
not quite getting the timing right there to Jack Howarth, who's lost it, but it's a strip. And the Warriors have been penalised.
Yep, done.
Hughes is away. And another penalty coming. Montoya's been binned. He's iced.
So this was just good individual recognition. Now, can we just go back to the play? Let's look at this.
Not quite getting the timing right there to Jack Howarth.
No, I'll give it right call. It looked like Montoya trying to strip it with his right hand.
Yep, done.
Hughes is away. And another penalty coming. Montoya's been binned.
I know a lot of us Warriors fans were angry at that, but Hughes is smart, man. He recognised that they were back.
Hughes.
Smartly played on
looking
it.
for numbers. Advantage already. Fa'alongo through.
Man, how quick is he, eh? Fa'alongo, man. Quick.
the setup on the left for the Melbourne Storm.
Man.
Grant. Someone taken out without the ball there.
Just, again, the dominoes, right? Just felt
Grant
like
Anderson.
the things are just happening to us, man. And again, it's our fault. It is Warriors' fault. There was clear somebody.
You're on report and in the bench.
Yeah, I wondered whether that was coming. Gee whiz. Here's Grant. And Coates has scored. And the try is awarded.
I remember that. Yeah, this try. I remember also previous to this, I think Charles was trying to shift Tohu. Tohu was on the right and he was trying to shift, and I think that kind of couple of seconds of them trying to sort out which way to go ended up creating the short side play. But we had 12 people, so you know, if people are going to come out here and say defend, you could still have defended it. They could have, but you know, these guys are trying to do what they can with 12.
And Coates has scored.
Yes, and just smart.
And the try
Smart
is
recognition.
awarded. Right, here's Barnett. Pompey. That's an offload.
This was
and
good
that's
try.
a try to Montoya.
Let's just go back and break that down.
Try is
Nothing much, but just
awarded.
eyes up footy. So Barnett recognised on the short side.
Right.
It's a 3-on-3. Barnett goes
Right,
to
here.
Hughes.
Barnett.
Poppy goes through. Manages to draw it away there.
Pompey.
And pops that ball.
That's an offload. And that's a try to Montoya. Here goes Hughes.
And this try. This is a pretty cool try. Look at this little fakies.
Oh, this is brilliant.
Nice.
So
Dude's quick, man. Dude's shifty.
Drives the game right there.
Cool to see how this guy grows. And does the mana wave.
By 38 points to 24.
So yeah, that was
Drinking
the
coffee.
score, everyone. For us Warriors fans, obviously not a good night, and there was a lot of stuff to unpack that these highlights don't show. But let's go through the stats here. So 38-24, wow, ended up being a hiding. Again, we had 2 off, but still, we did that to ourselves. And a lot of it, and I do think cause shifted as well. But, I don't want to constantly be the person that's calling out these calls because, again, we're taking away the other things that we could have done better as a team. So 24-38, look at all the things, all conversions, penalties. Now, I really want to get into these stats because I think there's going to be some obvious reasons of why we lost this game too. So possession, look, we had more of the ball. Time of possession, 4 more minutes, which is quite a lot. It's 4 sets when you really think about it. Completion rate, we even had a better completion rate in the wet. So I think one thing we have to kind of say is that it's not really the rain. And previously it was the rain. Sometimes we play in the rain, we play absolutely rubbish. But look, our completion rate and position, we had the ball, we were completing well. So it means that obviously there was a lot more less errors for us. I just weren't finishing, and that's a mental thing. So all runs, we had more runs, more running meters. Like that's good, almost 300 meters more post contact. Like look at us, they had a couple more line breaks. We had more tackle breaks. Average set distance, so we were getting up the field, kick return meters. And look, we did way better in getting up the field again. This looked pretty similar. Offloads 11 to 6, so we were passing the ball. So we weren't worried about the wet weather. We were passing the ball around. From those tackles, receipts, total passes, dummy passes, kicks. So they had a few more kicks, kicking meters. They had a kick to really get out, which is, again, we were keeping him down there. That shows to me that we were keeping him down there. They had put some more kicks on. Forced dropout, same. And here we are. See, like I said, those kick defusals. Obviously, it was obvious because some of them were off tries, but 44%. This has been a struggle for us, and I think there has to be a real question around our aerial display, especially defensively, because this has been common. There's some games where it's been really good, but this has been common. Bombs, we did more bombs. We always do a lot of bombs, but they obviously did less and were effective because they got tries out of it. Grubbers, similar, effective tackles. See, even our tackles, we were a bit more effective. We made less tackles. We missed less tackles and less ineffective tackles. Errors, we had less errors. Like when you really look at these stats, we're on the right side of the stats. Obviously penalties considered, and again, I feel like I think one thing when you look at stats, they don't really show when these were, because all good and well that we could be more in stats, but if they're like 5 happening around the same time, that's going to have way more impact than 8 spread out the whole game. So, but we still conceded a lot more penalties, ruck infringements. Look at that. If this doesn't tell you we're playing the Storm, I don't know what else does. Because these guys are the master of the art, right? Obviously, it's the Storm franchise. We're the inventors of, holding down and stacking in these tackles. And look, 6 infringements. They know to make sure to really stretch call and rest. And it means that we got a lot more opportunity with the ball. But these guys back themselves to say to slow down play the ball, obviously, right? So, yeah, this says we played the Storm right here. On reports 2-1, Simbins 2-0, interchange bumper, head injury assessment, very interesting 0-1. So that was the game. Fine note. Obviously, we didn't come out with the dub. I do believe the boys have the goods and they showed it for a lot of this game, but yeah, there's some questions around potentially, with Johnson coming back, has that made us a better team or not? I think it's still early to say because it's only his first game back, but you kind of, wonder if bringing him back this early was a good option. But hey, we'll let Webby and the coaching decide that. I just think we do have the goods, even though we did get pumped in the end. But we have to make some better decisions. And that could be from the playing group, who's playing, but just on the field. We're just not making the right decisions. And we're doing everything on the stat sheet to actually put us in favour of winning, But obviously there are moments where we're just not making the right decisions. We're making mistakes and we're losing. So yeah, we'll see us next week. We'll see how we go. I think we've got Titans over there, so it'll be a good game. Yeah, we'll see how we go. That's us. Peace.